welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and in this video we're going to have a look at Rhönplateu. This is a map for Farming Simulator 25. It is PC and Mac only at the moment, but this map is still in development. This is kind of an early access map released on the mod hub. So we're going to be, I'm going to give us a little bit of leeway because the map creators have said that this is still a project that's in the very beginnings, and that it's going to be improved, and there's going to be more and more details and stuff in this. So I'm going to treat it a little bit like an early access map where we give it a little bit of leeway. So I'm kind of looking forward to this because I kind of would like to make some suggestions as to how this map can improve. Having said that, I'm already pretty impressed by this map. So this map has 29 fields, 43 meadows, 7 forest areas, and 5 farms. There's a huge amount of stuff packed into this map. We've come over here. We've got the defender in blue to go around this map. And if we have a look at the PDA, you can see actually this is a really interesting map. Lots of very interesting shaped fields. The starting crops are very much grouped together at the moment. I don't know if I think if you, I think this might be a choice of the map release at the moment. I'm not sure. Never quite sure about how crops get placed on a map. But at the moment, this seems very regular. I'm not got an issue with that. Just something that I thought was of interest. As it said, we have a lot of fields. It says it's got 29 fields. Oh, well, yeah, 29 arable fields and 43 meadows, which is all these grass fields around the edge. There's a load of forestry plots. It looks very nice. I love the shapes of these. Of course, the fields and the meadows, these are interchangeable, and you can go and plant the meadows and things. So that is pretty awesome. That is a total of 72 field areas on here with those two put together. Very, very nice. Largest field, I think, is 33. That is pretty much spot on 500,000. I can't see anywhere that really comes close to that. No. So yeah, 33 is the most expensive at 500,000. The cheapest, we're probably looking at somewhere like 70 at just 15,000 or 34 at 25,000. So yeah, I think it is up here. What do you say? 70. Yeah, so 70. I think this is the cheapest on here. So that's quite a good range. This seems to be a very good multiplayer map. Oh, sorry, very good single player map from that. But with 5 farmlands, 5 farms and plenty of land here, I think this would make a great multi-farm multiplayer map as well. I think that's a yard down there. We've got a yard where we are here. We've got some yards and bits over there. There's one there. So yeah, they are nicely spread out around this map. I don't know where BGA might be. It looks like we've got a train down the bottom here. So yeah, really nice looking map. Not very regular shaped fields either, which is great. So this should be an interesting map to farm as well. From a production point of view, you start off owning a custom farm dairy. Fantastic. This is a map that is still in development. It has a custom farm dairy on it at the moment, and it has a whole load of custom other productions on here as well. So a grain mill, a spinnery, spinnery, and actually a spinnery and a clothes manufacturing one, bakery, another dairy, a noodle factory with custom egg noodles, a food preserving factory, which does soups and does preservatives as well. Fantastic. And a sawmill. Absolutely top notch. This map is cracking from the beginning of it. This map is in its beginning stages of development and is already more featured than many of the maps that I've already done tours of in this on FS25. This is incredible. I think this is awesome. Such a cracking start. We've got a really lovely yard. I love the design of this yard. Lots of sort of alleyways and things. We've got space for cows. We've got a really interesting shed around this way as well. Because up in here, I'm not sure what animals come in here, but you've got animals and feed bits for separate bits. Oh, this is cows. Oh, these are calf sheds, I think. We've got a little front loader in here. We've got another food point in there. Yeah, this is brilliant. I think this must be the chickens then. Yeah, chickens in here. So lots of space for animals in here, but a very tight, very nicely designed yard. Really awesome. Absolutely fantastic start here. And this is the new farmer starting yard. You can see from the mini map that there are lots of vehicles, sort of lots of pieces of equipment in here. Nothing over the top. For example, there's a little Deutz-Fahr tractor here that should do you fairly well. We will go through all of the equipment at the end of this. But first, we are going to have a drive around and a look at the rest of this map. So we're going to go up the top, around, and have a look at the farms around there. Hopefully, we'll be able to circle back down the bottom and eventually come back up this way. So let's head up that way. There is an incredible amount of detail in this map already. The town feels very lived in. It looks gorgeous. There's a fair amount of detail all over the place. I'm eager to see what kind of details there are on the actual end in the actual forestry area. So we'll go and have a look at that in a minute. But I want to head up this way. We're going to go off the track and round up the top. You start off owning field 45 to our left here. When you're starting on new farmer, looks like we've got an area down there that is a production chain. So let's just pop across this field. We'll leave the Land Rover there for a minute, because if I head out this way, we're going to have to backtrack on ourselves. But down here, this is one of the custom productions by the looks of things, and yeah, nice little grain mill. This does look like a base game one, but I don't think it is. Certainly the image is different, and yeah, I like that. That fits in here really nicely. We've got a little cafe down here as well, which is a sell point too, with some very nice decoration. There's some good, very good detail in this. Really, really lovely looking map. The edge of the map you can see over there, but not so much that it's distracting, which is good. Nice distance on everything in here as well. Just a cracking map for this. LS Rhön Designs has made this map, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this map progresses. I think somebody who's come straight out and said, this is the first pass of this map, I will be improving it. I will be putting more stuff out there. Yes, I can only do a review of how this map stands here, but I do like that they are saying that you know, this isn't the end of it. They are going to be doing more, and it's a lovely looking map. There is a lot to like about this. Now, as we head out the top here, we've got a church and some bits down there. I think the road might actually come around there. We got the edge of the map up there, and it does lift up towards that. Let's have a quick test of this. So this is very much the edge of the map here, and that is a little bit worrying. I fear if I step any further, I'm going to fall off. But the great thing about that is, until I came up and over the top of that, the attempt at getting that to marry up very nicely actually is really cool. I like that. Yes, if you get right up to it, you can see the edge like that. But the way it's constructed with that with the raised section at the top, works really well to sort of shield you from that. Looks like we have a smaller yard here, so we'll pull into this. Yeah, farmhouse there. This does require a few mods. I think I counted 9 or 10 mods that it requires. Most of them are farm buildings and things like that. Unlike the previous map we did, though, this map does have a load of productions and a load of extra features in. Not from those mods, interestingly, but I can forgive it considering that it does actually have all of the game features in. There was a chicken coop in there that was very nicely placed. A nice little yard there. That's what I would probably call a start from scratch yard. A great yard to come into and sort of grab everything to get you started with a smaller farm. Heading down here, we're heading back down to the main farm area. I kind of wanted to head out the top, so I am going to spin around and head back on myself a little bit. You own field 15 here, which is to our left. And yeah, now we get the feeling of what this looks like on the other way. Road, I was going to say the road's a little wide, but I don't think... I think I would like to maybe see some road markings on it. Maybe on a road this wide. I don't know if roads like this in Germany of this kind of width would have no road markings at all. But I would expect something down the road, maybe. But then that's just a personal sort of point of view on that. Right, let's see if there is a road that we can go down this way. We'll head up and around here. And this seems to be some sort of sports hall up this way. Yeah, right at the edge of the map here, we have got a sports area. And if we scoot down the side of it over here, we do have a roadway down the field. So I'm gonna go a little bit off-road. We should have come down the side of the farm, actually. And then we would have got onto the road here. So if we bring this up, yeah, we can scoot around the edge of the map over here. And then we should be able to take, hopefully, the next left and head down to what appears to be the next farm. I do like these farm tracks. They're not too wide. They seem to be about right for most of the equipment I would expect to be used on this map. So, yeah, kudos to getting that aspect of this right. Nice little bits of detail every so often on the sides of the road. The trees seem to be placed nicely. Where we've got clumps of trees, we've got detail under it. All very, very cool. All very, very nice. This is actually a fantastic map. I really like it. I think the potential on this map is excellent. Absolutely excellent. So rounding in here, we've got again, another nice, well-designed, interesting-looking yard that has a lot of character to it. You can feel sort of farming this and having a good time, just sort of getting your equipment put away and placed in places, and it feels like a livable farm, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm really loving this map. I can't believe that this is like the first pass. This is what they've called the beginning. It's still in the beginning is the words they used, and they've got a GitHub for it as well. So if you want to sort of get the latest version of this map, you can go and download any updates and stuff straight from them, which is really nice to see as well. So they're going to be constantly updating this, and I'm guessing there'll be sort of a semi-regular release onto the mod hub. Yeah, and you'll also be able to grab it from their GitHub as well, which is fantastic. There is the sawmill up here, so nice big sawmill area here. Sell place for wood round there. Sell place for, wow, I think the sell place for wood is you drop it off over there. Oh, in fact, I can see the exclamation mark over there. But there's also an exclamation mark here. I'm not sure completely what that is for. Can't use it. So I'm guessing there's another. Oh, I'm guessing that's the point for there. So this is a... this is a sell point and a production. So the production is this side here. And the sell point is that side there. That's very cool. We've got what must be, I'm guessing, a livestock market over here across the other side of the road. That has a big yellow symbol on it there. And oh no, this looks like the shop, maybe, actually. Yeah, I think this might be the shop. With that, does this door open? No, but yeah, that is a workshop. So I think this might be the shop area, which is fantastic. Nice big area for you to purchase a lot of vehicles and have those appear without too much hassle. If we head down here then and into this bit here. We have got a... Looks like... Oh, we've got a fuel station in here. And we also have a sell point. We've got an NPC standing there. And then, yeah, we've got... Oh, this is the railway. So this is loading and unloading for the railway, which is fantastic as well. So much packed into this map. So much packed into this map. It's really, really good. Really good. So if we want to head down to the bottom part of the map, I think we must have to cross over somewhere. Oh, we do have a roadway down here. The thing that's interesting for me on this map is that if you want to get anywhere, you do have to go and use the... you have to use the dirt roads, and in fact that was a signpost there for the BGA. So we'll head down here. Does look like I'm gonna have a little bit of a disappointment with the BGA then. That's not showing up in the productions as it stands at the moment. So I think the BGA is going to be one of those ones that you have to purchase the land to use, which is a pity. I very much prefer the BGA as a separate separate production to the land. But yeah, BGA in here, you can buy this land, and that means that you need to buy the BGA to use it. So the BGA unfortunately isn't a sell point, which is sad, and I really wish it was. But I do like the size of those silos. And this is the thing, I always think the BGA being purchasable as a production, and then having the land it sits on with the silage clamps being then purchasable is a better way to go, simply because if you're then buying and fully using the BGA, then that's kind of what you really want to do with that, and have it sort of a two-stage thing. I don't know, we might be able to get down the bottom here on this road and get across. I think it comes around. I love the windiness of these farm tracks. I'm never quite sure exactly where they go, but they don't just seem to go nowhere, which is fantastic. I absolutely love that. That is a lovely feature. And again, can't see the edge of the map here. The edge of this map is done really, really well. You've actually got to run up to the edge of Sodus. I think the thing that I might like about that is if the edge, the actual bit, was brought across and brought a bit closer, so that you can't get right up to the edge line. In fact, I think in a minute I might go and test whether you can fall off, whether there is actually a barrier at the edge of this map, because we got very, very close a moment ago. We've got another farmyard here, but we're having to drive a long way out to get into it. So we'll come up and round here. Oh, wow. This is This seems to be a big agricultural area. No, this is a farm. This must be a farm. Lots of buildings and things around here, but yeah, there's a whole load of space up the top there. There's a whole load of stuff down here, and all of this is purchasable with the land. So this is a big cattle farm down the end here. It's got another BGA. There's a wow, okay, so there's a second BGA on this map that's part of this big cattle farm down here. And this is a big cattle farm down here, and then there's a whole load of buildings and things that, again, you've got to go round the roads at the bottom to get to. That is exceptional. That is really nice. It's a pity I can't get to it from this side, and we've got to go all the way back out. But yeah, I like that. I like this farm. So if you want to do a big dairy stuff, this farm comes with cows. It's got a set of massive sheds. You've got a road, so the road that goes out and around the back here. This goes down to all of these sell points and productions and things down the back here. Just wondering if I haven't seen an animal market yet. I think that might be a sell point, possibly. Wow, there is so much down the back here. So much. Yeah, it looks like we've got a big dairy down the back here. There's a lot of stuff. I'm impressed. I am so impressed by this map. There's a lot of thought that's gone into all of it, and how to lay it out, and how to make it interesting. Absolutely fantastic. That's brilliant. Really, really cool. So we're gonna swing back this way, see if we can find our way out of here. That's another sell point round the back here. Oh, and we can't get out of it. This is a wrong turn. This is, I would have called this a complete map. I am actually a little bit blown away. I've also got very lost at this point. But I'm a little bit blown away with how good this is. I did not expect a map that was posted saying, oh, this is the beginning, we're going to be doing more work to it, to actually be as complete as this is, and to actually them to be saying, oh, we're going to make it more beautiful. You know, that is, and put more features into it, because that is fantastic. The fact that this is a map that is going to be improved, and is constantly being improved by the sounds of what they're saying in their listing, is awesome. Is absolutely awesome. I think as a multiplayer map, this map would actually really shine. I think it would be a very enjoyable map to do MP on. Right, we are headed up this road here. We've got to try and get back across and back to the main farm. I'm not sure we can. That roadway out the end, that goes back and all the way around the edge of the map. Which, look at all of this. This is just gorgeous. There's all sorts of elevation to it as well. There's no flatness to this. This is interesting and fun and just absolutely fantastic. There's these cow areas all over the map, so you can go and buy pre-filled fields of cows on this map, which is fantastic, which is absolutely awesome. And this road that just runs around the edge is amazing as well. In fact, we're going to come out at that road that we ran across to. We're about to come out at, because it's done so well, this map, as to really tie things up brilliantly. So yeah, this is where we came across and looked at, and I love this. Look at how pretty this is. That is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Yeah, this is good. This is a good map. I hope. Again, this is somewhere where apparently the Mod Hub reviews don't completely agree with me, because it's not got an above 4 rating, and I think again this is a map that deserves a rating above 4, especially because this is not the last we're going to see of this map. I don't think. I think it is a map that is going to only improve. Is only going to get better, and I already think it's a cracking map. Already think this is a cracking map. So yeah, that's a quick drive around it, and I'm impressed. I hope you guys are as impressed as I am by that, because that is a really good map, especially for what's said to be a start. Let's have a look at the machinery then we get here as a new farmer. And the machines are a decent number of machines on here. We've got an Albert manure fork. We've got a Deutz-Fahr 61135C RB shift tractor, a FarmTech EDK 650 trailer, the Horsch Credo 3 and Horsch Versa Power Harrow and Cedar combination, Krone Ventro 820 Highland Tedder, Kuhn GA 4731 Windrower, a Lizard Wheelbarrow, a Massey Ferguson MF 8570 Combine Header and Header Trailer, a Potinger Boss Alpine 250 Forage Wagon, a Sam's XT 390 mower, a Schaefer 23E front loader, and a 10 Winkle Pack 750 weight. Good little set of start equipment that I think to start a small dairy farm, small arable dairy farm mix. That's actually a really good set of stuff. One thing I should note is we do have 18 months and 75 hours on the tractor. Love to see that. We've got 10 hours on the trailer. We've got 18 hours on the combine and its header and its trailer. So we have got some time and some age on the equipment on here. I think as this improves, I'd like to see that spread out to a bit more of the equipment. I mean, only the tractor has an actual age on it, even though it's got hours on it, and there isn't a huge amount of hours on everything else. But yeah, I do like that this map actually has some of that. So that is brilliant as well. So there we have it. I'm actually surprised by this. This is a fantastic foundation, a fantastic starting point for this map. It is actually in better condition and a better place than some completely finished maps that I've seen. So kudos to them for that. I really can't wait to see how this map improves and gets prettier as their listing promises. As it stands now, this is a very playable map, and I think whether you're playing single player or multiplayer, you should go check it out. But that's just my thoughts on this map. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you for the next one. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Huge thank you as well to all of my patrons and channel members. These videos are only made possible thanks to your support. If you want more from Virtual Farmer, please check out the videos on screen now or subscribe for more. And I will see you next time.